When we come with that heat, we got skip on the.
You revoked your fandom to Dallas?
They may have just pulled off the dumbest trade in NBA history, my friend.
Luka Doncic is now a Los Angeles Laker.
They ripped the hearts out of fans globally.
Super Bowl 59, or as I like to call it, Super Bowl LIX. Travis Kelce's gonna hug Taylor Swift, give her a big smooch, and he's gonna drop to a knee. People are gonna be like, oh, he's gotta tie his shoe. No. He's gonna pop the question. She's gonna say yes. And hopefully that will be the end of the Kansas City Chiefs after that. Welcome in. Episode 21 of $1 Million Radio. Got Skylar and Griffin with you here today.
We back.
We are back. Griffin, what was it? What's that? How'd it go? What's 9 plus 10?
21, my friend.
21? Episode 21. I actually forgot all about that till I was thinking about filming today.
Yeah.
And brought that Vine up. I went and watched it. I was like, ooh, nostalgia at its finest.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But yeah, there's a lot to get to today. Big news dropped Saturday night. And it's going to be the first episode of $1 Million Radio where we don't start off talking about football.
Yeah.
Jey Uso won the WWE Royal Rumble Saturday night.
Good for him.
Yeah. This is huge news. Everybody's talking about it. I don't think anything else happened Saturday night though, Griffin. Is there something that slipped in my mind?
I think there's just NBA on that night.
Yeah, and I think something did happen that night.
Yeah.
Oh.
You could say I woke up in a fever dream.
Yeah. So Griffin is a Dallas Mavericks fan.
Let's reframe that.
Okay. Sorry.
Was as of 24 hours ago.
Oh, you revoked your fandom to Dallas?
Well, they ripped the hearts out of fans globally.
What'd they do, Griffin?
They may have just pulled off the dumbest trade in NBA history, my friend.
Luka Doncic is now a Los Angeles Laker. Had to throw on my Bean jersey today. This is one of my most prized possessions for sure.
Yeah.
Replaced it on the wall so I could wear it. But yeah, it's a good day to be a Laker. Not that we're gonna be any good.
Yeah.
But as of right now, as of right now, I should say. But yeah, Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks for Luka Doncic. Los Angeles in the whole deal. They get Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris. Dallas gets Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and only one first-round pick that'll be in the 2029 draft from Los Angeles.
That's diabolical. One draft pick.
Yeah.
Should have traded him to OKC for 15 first-round draft picks.
So, but LA still does have a 2031, I think it is, first-round draft pick that they can use to shop around. And somehow, I don't know how everything went down, but also the Utah Jazz gets Jalen Hood-Schifino, a Clippers first-rounder, and a first-rounder from Dallas. I don't know how they factored in to all that.
I guess it's salary,
or maybe they were involved with some picks earlier. I don't know. But so yeah, big headline Saturday night. I was trying to go to bed. It was about midnight. I kept tossing and turning. So about 12:30, I checked my phone again just to, scroll myself to sleep. And then I couldn't go to sleep, Griff. I couldn't. Jacob ended up calling me at like 1 a.m.
I went to bed at like probably 10 something. I was just exhausted.
Yeah.
But I woke up at like 2 to y'all's group chat messages. And I'm like, bro, what?
I was like, wake the F up, boys. Wake up.
What is
something
going
just
on?
happened. So yeah, big day to be a Lakers fan or just a fan in the NBA in general. It is if it's not the biggest trade in NBA history, it's definitely the most surprising trade in NBA history. And it happened right in the dead of the night.
Yeah.
I think there might have been, some West Coast games that were still going on, but on the East Coast here, it was 12:30 before the news broke.
Because I was just going to say, I saw a clip of Kevin Durant reacting live, and they're like in the middle of the third quarter or fourth quarter, I think, of their game.
Whose phone do you think that was? Do you think KD just has a phone in his pocket?
From the view of the video, it looked like a couple players had phones, but
yeah.
I don't know. And they got him out of the crowd. Who knows?
It was.
I'm sure
was
fans
pretty
were
crazy
screaming it when it happened.
Yeah. So, just as a Mavericks fan, or a previous, I guess we should say, a previous Mavericks fan, Griffin, how does it like? What went through your head when you saw that? Because I thought initially everybody was saying Shams had his phone hacked.
Yeah,
like they didn't think it was real until all the other news sources started running with it.
I mean, I get what Nico Harrison's saying. By the way, you're the biggest idiot. I don't care what Jerry Jones just did. You were the dumbest GM in history, my man. You were doing good stuff up until then.
It's hard to be the worst GM in a city when your only competition is Jerry Jones.
Yeah, God. It just baffles me, dude.
I'm not gonna lie though.
Because we were in the finals last year.
Yeah.
I get we got swept, but
I'm not gonna lie. I think Luka's been hurt though too, right?
Yeah, he's been out since right before Christmas. I think it's just a calf strain.
Yeah, it's nothing like season ending or anything, but and it's not one of those things that like he's always hurt or anything. But he was set to come back. I think they said February 8th. For Dallas, which that would put the Lakers playing the Pacers. I think it is February 8th. So we'll see if Luka gets in around that time. But there is a very big matchup. Lakers, Mavericks. I think it's in LA, February 25th. And it should be one of the most anticipated and most watched NBA regular season games in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I hate to be that guy, but when football's still on, I only kind of peep the NBA a little bit. Like, of course, I'm a diehard fan. I've been a fan since probably 2009, But it's just Christmas games, those are good regular season games. Yeah. And then it just kind of drags till February,
All-Star break.
And then everything ramps up.
I think the general consensus is the real season... you want to win as many games as you can, obviously, early on, but the real season starts after the All-Star break. So that'll be around the time that the Lakers, and I guess they'll be coming back from the All-Star break, whenever the Lakers play the Mavericks late February. But so huge news. That wasn't the only trade happening Saturday night either, but we can get to that here in just a minute. But as a Lakers fan, to see us go from Kobe to LeBron to now Luka, who I was reminded is only 25 years old.
Yeah. That's
crazy.
Insane.
Crazy. He's been in the league since what, 2018, 19?
I believe so.
He got drafted to the Hawks, but they traded Trae Young, who got drafted to the Mavericks. They traded back and forth.
Which now everybody's saying Atlanta won that trade.
Well, I mean, but I guess for the Mavericks though, like, whenever we play in February, I bet the Mavericks whoop the Lakers' asses.
After what was it? Their 40-point loss to Cleveland yesterday. I don't know.
Without AD though, they didn't have AD yet. Did they?
But I mean, the whole bench looked dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody was shell shocked, I'm sure. Yeah. But to have that game happen the very next day, but at the same time,
because I mean, not only did they trade Luka, but they traded Kleber, who's been there for 5-6 years now, and then you trade the locker room, Markieff Morris.
Yeah.
So it's just, it takes the life right out of the...
Yeah, but I think they also got Max Christie, who's like a nice role player, I guess, for the Lakers. He's a real young guy. But as far as the Mavericks go right now, it's kind of like it's hard to say. They described it as a win now type of move, but it's hard to understand that whenever Luka just led the team to the finals. So I think it will be awesome to see Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis work together.
Yeah.
And you also got Klay Thompson as well in that mix. So the Lakers lost their defense for sure.
Yeah.
We're going to be a defensive liability as a team for, the next, until we get a center. Yeah. Like I said, we still got that first round draft pick to shop around, but need somebody big in the post, need somebody that can be the anchor of the defense down low. But as far as the backcourt, I mean, you got LeBron and Luka who can both play pretty much any position, just about. You got Austin Reeves.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I've heard the move now might be to move Austin Reeves.
To get a big man?
Yeah. Probably.
I need to see that happen.
Reeves, that 2031 pick, and y'all still have Jared Vanderbilt?
I think so. He's been hurt off and on. But yeah, so he could be a nice four man, play that 4 position, Jared Vanderbilt if we keep him, but losing a lot with Anthony Davis. And offense should be able to pick up with a guy like Luka. Anthony Davis was playing some of his best basketball of his career here lately too, which is kind of crazy to see him just get traded as a thief in the night, as they say. But word is that LeBron, AD, Luka, nobody knew about this. Yeah. It just happened, and the Mavericks were the one to reach out to the Lakers to go get AD and shop away Luka, and only get AD, Max Christie, and only 1 first-round draft pick. I mean,
just 1 just makes no sense. If Rudy Gobert goes for 5, how? Make the math work on that one.
Well, I mean, like we said, there was another trade that same night, and the Spurs had to give up, they gave up 6 draft picks in total. Maybe not all from the Spurs. The Bulls were involved as well.
Yeah.
But the Kings got 6 draft picks, 3 in the first round, 3 in the second, spread throughout, a few years. But the Spurs get De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin. Kings get Zach LaVine, CD Kosoko, 3 first-round picks, 3 second-round picks. And the Bulls get Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter.
God, they got fleeced.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel bad for Zach LaVine because I saw an article a couple weeks ago that he wanted to stay in Chicago.
He is getting reunited with DeMar DeRozan in Sacramento, so that'll be cool to see. But you're pairing De'Aaron Fox with Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
For the foreseeable future, not just, this season. But De'Aaron Fox is going to be there to stay more than likely.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll sign an extension within the next couple days.
CP3 on that team as well.
Yeah.
A veteran in the locker room. So NBA just got interesting, Griff. And it's a good time for it to get interesting with, NFL. We got 1 game left here Sunday.
Yeah.
But back to that Luka trade, man. It really started in 2019, Griff. The Lakers had a good young team that was looking to grow old together, mature together. We had Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma,
Josh Hart too, right?
Josh Hart was there, and the Lakers traded away in 2019. They traded Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and 3 first-round picks to the Pelicans to get Anthony Davis. That was in 2019. In 2020, the Lakers went on to win the championship that next year in the bubble. I will say that, but a lot of people will say that it was a bubble ship, asterisk championship for number 17 in the Lakers franchise. But
well, see, I still feel like they would have put that on anybody.
Whoever won that championship for sure. But the fact that it was the Lakers with LeBron James,
they were like,
But so that happened in 2020, and then 5 years later, so Anthony Davis, a 6-year Laker. So I think he won the championship with LeBron in the first year or so.
Yeah.
But then had some injuries and was hardly ever playing over the next season or two, but has been playing some of his best ball of his career here lately, just dominant defensively. But he gets traded to the Mavericks for Luka Doncic and a couple other guys, and the Lakers still have that 2029 first-round draft pick. So who would you say won the trade?
To be honest, LA won.
Yeah.
Because,
we can go get a big guy.
How stupid do you got to be to trade the best player in the NBA For one first-round pick. I mean, I get we get Anthony Davis back, but he's 32, has had chronic injury issues.
Yeah. Not as of late, but definitely dealt with that through his career.
Yeah.
I will say, Griff, there's only 2 players in NBA history who have averaged 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. 2 players in NBA history.
Yep.
Both of them are now teammates. LeBron James, who averages an even 27 points, 7.5 rebounds, 7.4 assists through his career, and Luka over his tenure with Dallas, 28.8 points a game, 8.7 rebounds, and 8.3 assists. Only 2 players in NBA history with those career averages. Now teammates.
Yep.
LeBron just dropped a 33-point triple-double as well.
Yeah. So he still got it.
Lakers were on a 5-game road trip. They lost the 3rd game on the road trip to Philly, won the other 4. So, and then they get back home and they add Luka Doncic to the roster.
Yep.
Do lose AD. Like I said, our defense we're going to be suspect here, until we do go get a big guy and have Luka,
which I'd say
return
probably,
and mesh with the team. But
I'd say the move to go with, if, Utah wants to be in rebuild mode for their entirety of a franchise, I'd say we go get Walker Kessler.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But so are you jumping ship with Luka? Is that what it is? Are you going to be? I see the shirt.
The Lakers were already my second favorite team, thanks to pretty boy Dalton Connect. So I mean, might as well.
Yeah. Did you see him get tossed the other night?
No, I didn't see it.
They were playing the Wizards in Washington as part of that road trip, and they were up by 40. And I don't remember exactly what it was that got him tossed, but he didn't like a call, and I was letting the ref know it, and the ref threw him out with like a minute to go.
Yeah.
So Dalton Connect still got that fire for sure. He's still feisty. But so yeah, big night in the NBA Saturday night. It'll be interesting to see what transpires throughout the rest of the season. But the Lakers now have their future.
Next 15 years.
I mean, he's a global superstar already. Now he's getting put on that stage in Los Angeles in the, I will say, Staples Center. I don't care what they call it these days. That's the house that Kobe built. So, but yeah, so back to the NFL. Like we said, we got the big game this weekend, the game of games, Super Bowl 59, or as I like to call it, Super Bowl LIX. LIX in New Orleans at the Superdome. Kansas City's still -1.5 as basically pick'em favorites.
Yeah.
Eagles money line plus 106, and that over under set at 48.5. 54% of the money, 52% of the bets are on the Kansas City Chiefs. A little different than what it opened up as the night after the conference championships. Any thoughts on that game, Griff?
I'd like to say I hope Philly runs for 200 yards. And we get the Chiefs up on out of there. Or as I should say, the Kansas City referees.
Yeah. So the referee Chiefs. Here's what's going to happen, Griffin. Here's what's going to happen. I'm calling it. We're going to get the Eagles to take a lead early, kind of what we saw in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Kansas City battles back. They're going to be down by a few points with like a minute to go. Yeah, maybe. And I see a game-winning touchdown to Travis Kelce, and then the camera cuts to Taylor Swift in the box.
She's
crazy. She's crazy. Everybody gets out on the field. Confetti falls. Kansas City wins 3 in a row. First team to ever do it in the Super Bowl era. The Packers have done it twice. But the second time we did it, 2 of them were the first 2 Super Bowls. The year before was not the Super Bowl. So first team ever in the Super Bowl era to try to win 3 in a row. And then the confetti is going to be falling. And then Travis Kelce's going to hug Taylor Swift, give her a big smooch. And then he's going to drop to a knee. People are going to be like, oh, he's got to tie his shoe. No. He's going to pop the question. She's going to say yes. And hopefully that will be the end of the Kansas City Chiefs after that.
And then the devil will go back to hell.
Or Georgia or wherever he came from. But so, yeah, it's going to be hard to pick against the Chiefs. I mean,
I was like, I'll say Philly will win, but if I put money anywhere, it's going to be on them Chiefs.
Yeah. I don't even know if I want Philly to win though, Griffin. I think I'd rather see Kansas City three-peat than see the filthy Philadelphia fans get to celebrate another championship. I can't stand them. Can't stand them. They're gross.
What about that? What was it? Where did he go to college? There was a student that died in that whole Philadelphia fan craze after they beat the Commanders.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
He was like up on a pole and fell.
Was he a Philly fan?
I think so.
Oh man,
he just
R.I.P.
on the sidewalk. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Poor guy.
But as I said, it's hard to go against the Chiefs. If I'm looking at a little parlay, Griff. I'm looking at a little parlay because I like to. It's the last game of the year, You gotta go for broke. Chiefs money line. Kelsey touchdown. Saquon touchdown. Plus 484. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Bet responsibly. Do what you will. Fade me if you want.
That's a given. Feels like.
Yeah. It'd be crazy to see both the touchdowns hit and then, Kansas City lose, which I'd be happy with. But
yeah,
I might put a little bit on that. As far as like who I think is gonna win, it's gonna be the Chiefs. I mean, it's gonna be, right. I don't know.
As history, well, no team's ever three-peated, so
Jalen Hurts and the Eagles are built as a team to be somebody that can defeat the Chiefs, but so I feel like the Bills were too. I don't think the Texans were. Obviously, Bills beat them earlier in the year, but Patrick Mahomes does not lose in the playoffs.
Yeah,
the only two quarterbacks he's lost to in the playoffs is Tom Brady and one time to Joe Burrow. That's it. I don't think he's lost another game. So, yeah, give me the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, might as well.
Give me the Chiefs.
No.
I'm ready for draft day, Griff.
Oh, yeah. We got,
real
2
teams,
months?
Real teams are waiting on the draft right now.
Oh, yeah.
All these fake fans are watching the Super Bowl. But
yeah, all these Swifties are watching the Super Bowl. And then the wonderful people of Philadelphia.
The NFL made like an extra $300-400 million because of the Taylor Swift effect. And also, they're now, because the Chiefs are in, because of what they saw last year with the Taylor Swift effect and on into this season, guess how much a 60-second Super Bowl commercial is going for?
Probably like $2 million more.
$100 million.
Oh my God.
For 60 seconds. That could be fake.
60 seconds?
That could be
That's
fake.
Insane.
That could be fake. But
inflation's getting the Super Bowl commercials too. Jeez Louise.
I can't wait to see what Bud Light does with Post Malone and Shane Gillis.
Yeah, that's gonna be funny.
We saw that cul-de-sac commercial. That was pretty good.
I hate to say it. Crap, I can't remember what commercial it is. They're doing like a reaction thing during one of the commercials, but they've got a bunch of Chiefs players in it, and they've been running that commercial for like 6 weeks now.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I can't remember what it is.
So you got the Chiefs as well in that game, or you think the Eagles can pull it out? I think they can, but will they?
See, I hope they can, but at the end of the day, I don't think they will. There's just too much going in the wrong direction.
All right. Early Super Bowl prediction for next year.
You know what? I'm gonna say Bengals and.
Oh, stop, Griff. Come on.
Hey, if we figure the whole T and Jamar and Trey Hendrickson situation out, I know that's 3 different situations more money's involved.
That's not even the main situation I was thinking about. The defense.
Well, yeah, we gotta.
What about Zach Taylor?
That.
Is he going to lead him to another Super Bowl?
If we miss the playoffs again, he better get fired. That's all I got to say. Because then at that point, just fire everybody.
All he needs to do is figure out how to win games early in the season.
Yeah.
Because,
that's the main concern is
3 or 4
August and September.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years in a row. Like, you start out 0-2, 0-3. What was it this year? 0-4?
1-4.
1-4?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, was it week 1 lost to the Patriots?
Yeah. And say if that game flips, we would have made the playoffs.
Yeah. Got to figure out how to win early. Every game matters when it comes to football. You can't say that about basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer probably. You could say that, but every game matters when it comes to football. Every inch matters in the game. And that's why we love it so much. That's why we love it. Oh, yeah, there's my card. I've been wanting to put this onto the pod at some point. You know, Jordan Love jersey patch, Great Expectations card. So I'll just put it right here for now. Got to figure out somewhere to put it. Anyways, I would say, no, I don't even know if I can say Packers, dude. Who are the Bengals playing in the NFC? Green Bay, probably.
See, to be honest, I feel like it might be an NFC North team, either Detroit or Green Bay.
You think Detroit has? They lost their offensive and defensive coordinators.
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn went to the Jets. Ben Johnson to the Bears.
It's gonna be tough, but
yeah. Well, NFC North is a different animal.
Yeah.
So there were 3 teams that if you put in, how many conferences are there? 8 or divisions? I
think 6.
I think
3
it's
on
4.
each.
No, it's 4 on each.
Okay, yeah,
Northeast,
right.
Southwest. So 8 divisions. If you put the Packers, Vikings, Lions in probably 6 of those 8 divisions, they're going to be hosting playoff games. If you put the Bears in 6 of those 8, they probably make the playoffs. It was crazy this year. Nobody saw that coming with the Vikings, though, I will say.
I feel like that's about to blow up.
Yeah. Yeah.
As God knows, Sam Darnold's going to get his... See, the rumor I'm hearing, or at least I think a comedian said, I can't remember what his name was. He was wanting the Giants to go after Sam Darnold. Like, go right ahead. You ain't scaring nobody.
Sam Darnold benefited from the Vikings probably more than the Vikings benefited from Sam Darnold. It's weird to say, but like you put...
we saw what Kirk O'Chains did in that offense a couple years ago.
Kirk Cousins. If J.J. McCarthy doesn't get hurt, Sam Darnold doesn't do anything this year because they probably start the year and finish it with McCarthy, and he probably would have had a season similar to Bo Nix or something like that.
Yeah.
That offense is pretty good offense. Play caller Kevin O'Connell, head coach for the Vikings. So, yeah, NFL football is coming to an end, Griff. It's sad.
It is.
I hate
sad.
it.
Yeah,
I hate it. But bring on all the off-season drama. Bring on the draft speculations. I will be here until September, reading all the headlines, talking about it, waiting for it. But we did see something else that happened earlier on Saturday, which was a big win in Thompson Bowling Arena. I'm not going to call it the FCC.
That's Thompson Bowling Arena.
That's TBA.
That's the summit at TBA.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the summit, we saw there. I don't know if there's speculations or there are actual talks for it, but WNBA expansion team may be coming to Nashville called the Tennessee Summit, an ode to the legendary head coach Pat Summitt, which would be awesome to see. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know much about the WNBA at all other than Caitlin Clark at this point. But if a team came to Tennessee, I'm going to support them. Any team. I'm going to support them.
Yeah, me too.
And that would be something that'd be awesome to see. But as far as the Tennessee Volunteers on the hardwood Saturday, 20-point win against Florida, the number 5 team in the nation.
50-point swing.
Yeah.
That's insane.
We lost by 30 to them in the swamp and then beat them by 20. So, yeah, got a little get back. No Zakai Ziegler, no Igor Milicic in that game. But
everybody else played their tails off.
Absolutely. Yeah. Chaz Lanier came out hitting some shots.
I honestly want to say the best player of the game was Meshack.
The steal on the sideline that led to that transition alley-oop or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
That was, it wasn't an alley-oop, but it was a
pass
dunk.
back.
Yeah. That was very cool to see.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome. I think the Mavericks had something similar last season when I think Kyrie went for the steal, passed it up to maybe Luka or somebody.
Yeah.
And then it led to a slam. But
I think it was Derrick Jones Jr. He threw it too. That or Gafford, one or the other.
It was like one of those that was caught in slow motion and some music was put behind it. But big win for the Vols Saturday. We did lose to Kentucky last Tuesday, which was a tough loss.
Which, hey, they just lost to Arkansas, though.
Yeah. SEC is
shout
crazy.
out to John Calipari still being Kentucky's daddy. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's pretty cool to see. Wednesday night, we play at home against Missouri at 7 o'clock. And then Saturday lunchtime, we'll see Tennessee go to Oklahoma. We've actually moved up to number 4, Griff.
Well, yeah.
I didn't even check the AP poll. I just saw that.
I know Missouri's ranked. Are they still in the top 20? I believe they were 20th before the new polls. Because I know they beat the freaking pants off of South Carolina the other night.
Yeah, so we see Tennessee move up 4 spots from 8 to 4. Auburn number 1, Duke number 2, Alabama moves up to number 3, Tennessee at 4, Houston number 5, Florida drops 1 spot to 6, Purdue up to number 7. Iowa State was the big loser this past week. They dropped 5 spots to number 8. Michigan State also with a loss drops to 9. And then Texas A&M at number 10. Let's see. Missouri moved up from number 20 to number 15.
There you go, yeah. Which I think they've only got 4 losses. I could be wrong.
17-4. Kentucky now at 15-6 after that loss. They dropped from 12 to number 14. So
that's insane. 4 SEC teams in the top 6.
Yeah. Yeah, no. SEC is it's its own beast this year. It's like the NFC North
for real
in the NFL. But yeah, Auburn, Alabama, Tennessee, all in the top 4. So that's 3 out of 4, yeah. And then
Florida at
number 6. So yeah, it's crazy to see Tennessee has lost 4 games. 2 of them came in a row.
Yeah.
One was you could say upset win. We're favored. The line closed out at 10.5 for Tennessee in that Kentucky game, and we lost at home. So 18-4. We move up 4 spots after that big win against Florida, even with the loss at home to Kentucky last week. That shows me that they see Tennessee having to play all these tough teams. Maybe they lose, maybe they win. A very, very close loss to Auburn last week, too.
Which I didn't see how the Auburn-Ole Miss game ended up Saturday. I know that came on like immediately after the Tennessee game did.
Well, Auburn won, and I think it was pretty comfortable. But
I know Ole
they're
Miss
still
was
20-1.
23rd or 24th in the country before that loss.
Yeah, Auburn's only loss is to Duke earlier in the year, and Duke is number 2. So
yeah.
Yeah, we got...
Duke is nasty. Dear God, they beat the crap out of UNC.
Yeah, I saw that. They made them look like lesser people out there.
I mean, I hate to see it because, North Carolina's a blue blood, and, sometimes you hate to root for the blue bloods, but it's nice to see all the blue bloods being blue bloods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just baffling because I've heard so many former players from North Carolina come out and be like, something's going on. It's either the college isn't, athletics isn't caring enough about NIL or something like that.
Well, maybe they put all their eggs in one basket trying to get Bill Belichick over there as the football coach. But
see, I don't think I could see North Carolina letting their basketball program die just so their football program can
for
thrive. Because that's North Carolina's been a blue blood since the 60s, probably.
Yeah. But so a big week. We got like I said, Missouri. That line is not out yet, as this is Monday afternoon. So that'll be Wednesday night, 7:00 Eastern time. Tennessee host the Missouri Tigers, and then we hit the road to Oklahoma on Saturday, and then obviously on Sunday we have the big game. So a lot to look forward to. Also, UFC 312 is Saturday night. So I think me and my friend Kyle might have another episode coming out later this week. But yeah. So anyways, do you have a $1 million song pick of the week? Are you locked and loaded with that?
I do.
What is it? We had some bangers last week.
Oh yeah. Well, here we go. It's gonna be "Are You Ready" by Creed.
Are You Ready by Creed. I've got one that I was playing when you got here, Griff, a song that I found while I was in the shower earlier today. Magnolia Park is the band, the song called Shallow. It's a nice, sounds like it's going to be a hip hop song at the beginning. Yeah. And then with the sampling that they use, and then it turns into it's a rock band, obviously, but it's something that's been stuck in my head all day since I heard it. So might as well shout it out here on the pod as we wrap up episode 21 of $1 Million Radio. Any final words, Griff?
Go Vols.
Go Vols. Hopefully a meteor hits New Orleans. No, I'm joking. I don't actually
Everybody in
want
the
that
city of New Orleans, except for
Saquon Barkley.
Anybody related with the Kansas City Chiefs, get the hell out of there.
Yeah. So yeah, big night Sunday. Chiefs, Eagles. We'll have our reactions next week. Hopefully Tennessee can get it done this week against Missouri and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So more NBA talk will be coming your way as well as we,
especially with the trade deadline's this Saturday. I think. Yeah.
There's still trades happening today.
Yeah.
So we'll hopefully be able to react to all the moves, get Jacob back in here next week, and go from there. So thanks for watching, everybody. This has been episode 21 of $1 Million Radio, and we'll see you next time.